In 1961, a TV show aired on ABC that was declared by some critics as, and I quote, possibly the worst series to ever air on network TV, unquote. And having given it a look myself, I tend to agree with them. What show was it, you ask? Just a little sitcom simply titled The Hathaways, and it has zero affiliation with the Beverly Hillbillies or Miss Jane, even though I'm quite positive Ellie Mae would be the only person alive that would have actually enjoyed this show, and you'll see why here in just a second. The description of the Hathaways simply reads, a suburban couple has 3 chimps as children. That's it. No other info is given. And if you're hoping for a backstory on the show itself as to why this bootleg Fred and Ethel have 3 apes, well, you're going to be out of luck there as well. Peggy Cass and Jack Weston portray Elinor and Walter Hathaway, a housewife and a struggling real estate salesman that teeters on the edge of being a flim-flam man at times. Ironically enough, a television show involving just his struggles in moving real estate might actually be entertaining. The meat and potatoes of this show is, of course, the 3 apes that live in their house, that are all the time getting into some kind of trouble. They wear human clothing, have their own rooms, but it does appear that the writers did get very bored with the concept very fast, as the show does appear to have 3 different phases as far as what happens in each episode. Phase 1, of course, is the couples hiding the fact that the children, as they call them, are chimps. And then the chimps just causing all kinds of havoc, forcing it to be revealed that they live with, you guessed it, chimps. And those episodes usually end with everyone loving the apes, and we fade to black and hear a word from our sponsors. Phase 2 is the show has just a regular plot with funny twists like any sitcom, but the chimps are just in the middle of it. Oftentimes it doesn't even make a difference that there is an ape in the shot at all. They just happen to be there, and of course the characters in these types of episodes sort of treat them like it's normal to deal with a primate while going about their daily lives. I mean, why would an automotive mechanic bat an eye at 3 chimpanzees just being in the garage without any prompting? That's just a typical Tuesday morning for him, I guess. Phase 3 is we don't even acknowledge the 3 non-human actors are on the show at all. There's a few cutaway scenes where they're messing around with something, but Fred and Elinor and Walt, are getting into regular daily situations with their housework or their jobs. And this type of episode is like half the show. They've quietly quit trying to even write material for the chimps. They just show them for like 90 seconds, and then Walter flubs a real estate sale in the desert, and they live happily ever after. I would love to be a fly on the wall in the meeting where someone asked if they were going to be renewing this show for a 2nd season. I bet someone did a spit take. Real quick, and we'll get back to the review in just a second. I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that's followed me and tuned in recently. This channel has grown by leaps and bounds in the last few weeks to a month, and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. My views are in the hundreds of thousands, and it's all because of you. However, most of my followers and views are on Facebook. But I'd like to let everyone know that I'm also on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. So if you might like one of those other apps better, feel free to follow me over there as well. And I'll post the exact same content. The links to all those apps of mine and accounts are going to be in the description of this video or up here or wherever it is. And please don't forget to hit like, thumbs up, subscribe, follow, and please share. Now let's get back to these chimps for some reason. When I first heard of this show, I was very curious as to why this was even a concept to begin with. But upon some research, it seems that these chimps are actually a little bit famous. Their names are Candy, Charlie, and Enoch. And they're part of the Marquee Chimps owned by Jack Benny. Apparently they were made famous from a few appearances on the Ed Sullivan Show around 1959. I'm not sure why it took 2 years to get them their own sitcom deal. Jeff Foxworthy had one in 6 months. One thing I wrote in my notes was that they treat having 3 apes as children the same way the Munsters treat being, well, monsters. Like it's perfectly normal. That kind of humor was big back in the 60s and 50s or whatever. I don't know why. If you do decide to sit down and take this show in for old time's sake, you'll quickly notice that it's one gigantic advertisement for Purina and Chex cereal. The commercial breaks feature skits and mock talk shows that simply tout how great their products are, and it gets really awkward and a little bit creepy sometimes. And it's not a short train wreck either. This show has 26 half-hour episodes. That's 13 hours of this crap. One of the most glaring pieces of evidence as to how truly, truly awful that this show actually was is that the biggest name in the entire show was the actress playing the housekeeper and subsequently the nanny to the chimps. Mary Grace Cranfield of Green Acres fame, where she played Ralph Monroe. And she's the, by gosh, biggest star in this entire show. And I'm not even lying one bit. But that was like 4 years before Hooterville even existed, and Miss Cranfield was coming off a famous run playing Angelica on the Walt Disney classic Pollyanna, where she also played a maid/nanny character, so maybe she was being typecasted. You might also know her from a stretch on Bewitched, where she spent 4 episodes playing Miss Kravitz's sister-in-law in 1966, The Summer of Love. I have no final thoughts on this show, as I've left my opinions pretty well known here. But I'm curious as to if any of you even remember this show, or has time done what it does and best erase this show from everyone's memory, which would be the best thing to do, but in the best case scenario. Despite what I've said previously, I do encourage you to jump on YouTube and watch a couple of these episodes. It's truly so terrible that you can't look away. And the good news is you'll never get to the end of one of the shows because there's literally 13 hours worth of episodes. That just sounds worse every time I say it. I'm trying not to even just laugh reading it here. Did those chimps ever do anything else after this? The marquee chimps? I'm not looking it up. I don't care. But let me know, because I do care a little bit. But anyway, if you like classic TV, Hollywood movies, go ahead and like and subscribe and share this video with everyone you know. And let me know what shows and movies I should talk about next. And until next time, this has been the Rabbit Ears Rewind. Watch this show, y'all. You gotta experience it for yourself. See you later, folks.